Good morning, everyone. There's a story. There was a rabbi in the Chabad community in Karnitz. His name was Rabbi Weinberg. And he once got a call late at night from someone he knew that somebody was sick in the hospital. And could he go to the Rabbi for a blessing? Because he lived in Crown Heights. This was a phone call from out of town. So he went to the Rebbe's office, but the Rebbe's office was closed and there was no one there and he didn't want to disturb the Rebbe. So he took a piece of paper and he wrote a note about this person who needed refuah shalema. He folded the note, he put it in an envelope, and he slipped it underneath the Rebbe's door. Right after he put it under the door, he started to feel bad because he said the Rebbe's going to have to bend down to pick up this note from the floor, and the Rebbe was older already. So it bothered him all night. The next day, he wrote a note to the Rebbe asking for forgiveness that he caused the Rebbe to bend down to pick up the note from the floor. The Rebbe responded to him, "What else is the function of a Rebbe if not to bend for another Jew?" In this week's parsha, we talk about the Kohen, and the high priest wore the breastplate with the names of all the tribes of Israel. And the Torah says that the Aaron HaKohen, Aaron the high priest, should carry the names of the children of Israel on the breastplate, al libo, on his heart, when he comes into the holies to be remembered before God. On this breastplate were the names of all of the 12 tribes of Israel, and the Torah doesn't say he should carry it on his chest, where the breastplate was. It says on his heart. Says the Sifrono that what the Torah is telling us is that to be a leader, to be a Kohen Gadol, you have to carry the names of all the Jewish people on your heart. You have to carry in your heart the plight of your fellow Jews. You have to always constantly be aware and praying for the well-being of every single Jew. And the truth is, this is not only true about the high priest. The law is that when a chazan prays, if he excludes any member of the congregation, his prayers are invalid for any member of the congregation. In other words, when we pray, we have to think of the well-being of others, not just ourselves, and carry on our heart the prayers of all the Jewish people. And matter of fact, all of our prayers daily, if you look at the prayers, they're all said in the plural. We never ask for anything individually. Everything we say, Rafa'inu, heal us, Barech Aleinu, bless us with livelihood, give us, grant us. We never ask as individuals. Why? Because like the Kohen Gadol, we're all miniature Kohen Gadols. We have to carry on our heart the plight for others. The Talmud goes so far to say that whoever prays for someone else and they are needing the same prayer, their prayers for themselves will be answered first. So the surest way to have your own prayers answered is not to only think about yourself, but to think about others as well. I'll tell you a true story that I heard from Rabbi Pesach Kron. He says he was once giving a lecture. He's a famous lecturer. He was giving a lecture out of town, and he told people about this Talmudic passage that when you pray for others and you are needing the same help from above, your answers are answered first. And a woman came up to him and said to him, it was a very inspiring talk about prayer. My husband and I have been married 6 years. We haven't had kids, and we're always praying for children. So Rabbi Kron says, I'll tell you something very personal. I have a daughter that's been married a number of years, also cannot have a child. I'll tell you what, you give me your Hebrew name and your mother's name, and I'll give it to my daughter to pray for you, and I'll give you my daughter's Hebrew name and my wife's name, and you pray for her. And like this, you'll pray for each other. Rabbi Kron says, 6-7 months later, he gets a call from the woman. The woman says, Rabbi Kron, you remember me? You spoke in this city. I came up to you and told you. He says, yeah, you remember you gave me your daughter's name? And you told me I should pray for her and then God will answer my prayers. He said, yeah. He said, I want you to know I'm pregnant. Rabbi Kron started crying. He says, you're not going to believe this, but my daughter's pregnant too. Rabbi Kron said, both women gave birth on the exact same day. Personal story. And so the Kohen tells us, don't just pray for yourself, pray for others. And when we pray for others, God is more willing to answer our prayers because He sees we're not just asking for ourselves, but we're asking for others as well.